Salutation, darlings. Azor Wing here, bringing you some more Hogwarts Legacy. So what now? Last time we snuck in to the restricted section of the library. Ah, darn it. I've been trying to get up on the railing for so long now. Or so long, I say. But yeah, no, all is good, all is well. We have stuff to do in Hogwarts. I also changed my hair color just a smidge bit. Because it makes it look even more like mine. Ah, yes. My little mini-me. Anywho, we are living life as a student. It's just quite that simple. Live life as a student until Professor Fig returns. Dandelion keys. We have 11 out of 16. I'm 11. So 5 more to go. I'm hoping to find the 5. We'll take a round of crossed ones. Spell combination practice. Crossed ones. Okay, so both of these are crossed ones. And then we're meeting Natty. We love her. And then we're attending herbology, finally. And let's see, Professor Hackett's assignment 2. Successfully avoid enemy attacks by dodge rolling 10 times and cast Incendio on enemies 5 times. Alright. Given quest, I was like, where the hell was I? Given that these ones can't exactly be tracked, this one pretty much can't. Let's start off simple. And if I'm thinking correctly, it just zipped off. Yeah, now our goal is Hogwarts. So, let's go there. I like the fireworks in Hogsmeade. There we go. I have no idea exactly how I did that, but I did. I really do want to figure out how to get to these ones, but I'm apparently just that bad. Yes, I know 2 things. I'm trying to click on that one. There we go. Yes, we have 2 quests up here. And I'm also gonna just have to spend some time in general just wandering around. Anywho, since I now have a reliable internet and I know I'm not getting cut off, I'll give a general overview of what I'm planning on doing in each of these little episodes. Since I know I can actually explain and have it not just be cursed. Basically, I say as if I have thoughts. I just need to catch them. They're floating around like a golden snitch. Always just out of reach. Oh, right. There was the one thing. A silver scarf. Ow. Hiccups are the worst. I'm sorry. Goes up by 2. You know, I was like, why would I have the scarf invisible? And it's like, I'm looking at it. It's not that it looks bad. It's just that I like the look without a scarf. Just a wee bit more. What gloves am I wearing? I like them. But do I love them? these simpler pair. And I just love this hat. And then the eyewear. Goodness. These is a bit, those ones are a bit much. In here, I'll try to keep customizations to a minimum.
Was that intentional?
Alright.
Not sure what I did to deserve that.
Hey! Anywho, let's get on with our not-so-secret. Let's practice with the training dummy.
Hello, Lucan. I'd like to practice with the training dummy.
Excellent idea. This time will be a bit more of a challenge. Ready?
Yep.
That'd be brilliant.
Wonderful. I'll set things up. Remember to cast all the spell combinations before the dummy lands again. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Not sure why I'd need to stop.
Accio. Incendio. Leviosa.
That's it!
Okay.
Incendio.
Excellent form!
Awesome sauce.
Incendio. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio.
Nicely done! Impressive wand work. I'd hate to face you in a duel.
Yes, I couldn't have done it without you.
Thanks, Lucan. You've been a great help.
Oh, stop. Don't make me blush. Seriously, well done. Training dummies will think twice before challenging you again. Plus, you'll be even more formidable in crossed wands. Other duelists had better beware.
Hopefully. I'm waiting for the, what's the other, let's see, Reparo and Luminos. Not particularly combative spells, but then again, you wouldn't think that Levioso or Accio would be combative spells either, and yet here they are. Yes, basically what I'm waiting for is, when can I have an extra set? All right.
Hello, Lucan. Is the final round of crossed wands ready?
Big match today. It all comes down to this. The moment that we find out if your training and dedication is enough to win it all. Ready for a shot at glory?
Let's give it our best.
I certainly am.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
We're meeting, let's see, later. Let's go with Sebastian.
Yes, Sebastian.
Then let's get started.
I trust him to have our back.
We can make this a real victory.
That's the spirit.
I wish we could duel with both of them. Like really, just the two of us. Alright, breakthrough red shields with damage spells like fire making spell Incendio. Alright.
Levioso!
Potato!
Oh snap! I got hit hard.
Come on.
That's all you've got?
Oh boy, I have to be really careful. Oh god. That was accidental. I just wanted to. Oh.
They made a crap's breakfast out of you that round. Care to try again?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there.
This is just a good way to wake up to the game. Oh, I am on fire. I'm sorry. Wait, when did I lose so much health?
Care to try again?
Well, as they say, third time's the charm.
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there.
There goes my way.
Act like a winner.
I'm sorry? Where did all of my health go? Apparently,
Care to try again?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very
Oh.
well. Good luck out there.
4 is my favorite number. Question. Oh snap! I get hit. If I get hit with Incendio twice, I am just done for.
Care to try again?
Incendia's a hard hitter.
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there.
Oh yes, the children are setting each other on fire. Just another day at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Magic.
I'm the one.
Why are you locked on to that one? Excuse you, I had protected Tego. Or is Incendio something that I have to dodge?
Care to try again?
Yes, I'm
Did I
ready
hit
now.
shift? I
Very
might have
well.
hit shift.
Good luck out there.
Or was it caps lock? What? Which one locks on? Caps lock locks on. I hit caps lock. I don't want to. I don't want to lock on to characters. I don't.
Levioso. Confringo. You're better than that.
That's not. Goodness. Why?
Care to try again?
Give me a
No,
moment.
I don't think so. Not right now.
Understandable. But don't take too long. We'll be waiting.
Alright, I'm just trying to get out of battle mode.
Could you remind me how the Daedalian keys work again?
When you spot or hear a flying key, I hope you follow some. If you open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find.
If only it was as simple as that. Alright, I just wanted to get out of battle mode so I'd stop being locked on. I don't like that.
Hello, Lucan. Is the final round of Crossed Wands ready?
Ready to redeem.
Right, it's right click that skips dialogue.
I certainly...
Brilliant.
Sebastian.
Yes, Sebastian.
Then let's...
You should hear.
We can make this a real victory.
It's a wonder.
That's the spirit.
What's to say stars no more than cards
There goes my wager.
Oh snap, that was hard. Hey, god damn it. God damn it. Got two of them down.
Care
I
to
just
try
need to
again?
Yes, I just need to get good.
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there.
Confringo. You're better than that.
Confringo.
Confringo.
Why? Goodness.
Confringo.
Girl.
Confringo.
Girly. What the hell? I'm literally not. Why the hell did what the hell is
Care to
messing
try
up?
again?
Yes, because
Yes,
the,
I'm ready now.
What the
Very
hell
well.
is wrong
Good
with the
luck out
fighting
there.
system? Yes, I know.
Confringo.
Come on.
Confringo.
like right there. I'm like, ah, yes, let me
Care to
shield
try
up.
again?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very
Okay,
well.
instead of
Good
trying
luck
to
out
make
there.
the game bend to my will, I need to learn to dance to its tune, apparently.
Act like a winner.
Was she not out yet? Also, I will say
Care to
it's
try again?
certainly gonna
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there.
umpteenth times the charm. Again, a 2-hit KO. Do I just have like? Well, I know
Care
I
to
don't
try
have
again?
Yes, I'm...
Oh my god! You've been down! God damn it, I was so close.
Care to try again?
Alright.
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there.
I like this Trial by Fire. It's been a few days since I've last played. It's been about.
Confringo. There goes my wager.
Okay. I'm just mindless.
Care to try again?
I'm so sorry, Sebastian.
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there. to
cool to
try
see the
again?
magic sparking on your wand.
Yes,
I get
I'm
distracted.
ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there.
What is with all of the spam attempted hacking of the accounts of like, oh yes, your Amazon account.
Ringo!
Oh my god. Who set me on fire? Sometimes the little warning bell doesn't even appear above your head.
Care to try again?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Mine's the one!
Okay. I need to resist the urge to roll around
Care to
everywhere.
try again?
To roll around everywhere.
Yes. I'm...
For a moment I couldn't click it. It's like even the game is like, come on girl.
Act like a winner!
Confringo!
That's not D. Okay.
Care to try again?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck.
I'm sorry?
Care to...
Yes, I'm...
I'm very stubborn if you haven't realized. Okay, I need to focus. I did focus. I did.
There goes my wager.
Oh, I pressed illusion. You know.
Care to try again?
Yes, I'm...
Goodness.
Lovely! You're better than that!
If that's all you've got.
That's not D, don't you dare. Come on, girlie. I'm sorry. Okay.
Care to try again?
I'm
Yes, I'm
I'm
ready now.
slowing
Very
my
well.
spam.
Good luck out there. Act like a winner.
Come on.
Fringo.
Half the time I'm wondering when am I getting hit.
You call that an attack?
Care to try?
Yes, I'm.
Dude, it just like reduced.
Fringo. Descendo.
I'm so sorry, Sebastian.
Yes, I'm ready now.
He didn't even say anything. He just looks on with disappointment.
Oh, there goes my way.
Care to try?
Yes, I'm ready.
Very well.
She goes, yes, I'm ready, but like,
Fringo.
Act like a winner.
Here for long enough now. Put me down.
Sebastian's just like, girl, are you okay? You need
Care
to
to
stop.
try again?
The look on his face just says
Yes.
you need to stop. My inner stubbornness absolutely refuses, though. Again, where did my help go? Like, I was actively, like, protego.
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well.
Confringo.
There goes my way.
avoid getting close
Care
to
to
them.
try again?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck.
My hands were I'm sorry, what? You know,
Care to try?
I know I
Yes,
don't
I'm
have
ready.
any healing potions, and that's one of the reasons why I'm going down so fast. But I also feel like...
Confringo!
I'm the one! Stupid finger!
Stupid, you're better than that!
Damn it.
Care to try again?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well. Good luck out there.
I do have a bit of a limit on how long I'll keep trying.
Confringo!
Confringo! Confringo!
Incendio. Tato. Accio.
There goes my wager.
Confringo!
Every
Care to try?
the little glitch of him
Yes,
appearing
I'm ready
behind
now.
us, it just wigs me out every single time it happens.
Incendio.
Fringo!
Confringo.
Come on!
I don't think I saw the little warning message.
Care to try again?
No.
Care to try again?
Yes.
No. It's like I know I can beat this. Expelliarmus, you know? There's only so many times I can fail miserably before even I have to admit that I'm have no idea what I'm doing. I do wonder how you get to the upper areas of that. Oh, it's just this. It's right around the corner. Hello?
Leviosa.
Incendio.
Reparo. Lumos.
Not a clue.
Incendio.
Cool. More Hogwarts field guide stuff.
Revelio.
And I can't get into there. At least not right now.
Revelio.
What are you up to now?
Sorry I went all quiet on you just now. I was like, I was listening so much for that key. And in case you don't know how to get the key in the hole, you basically smack it. And eventually this happens.
Revelio.
Okay.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
I actually just really like the idea of going to Hogwarts.
I hope you were able to take care of everything I had asked you to do.
Just about.
Professor, I completed all of your most recent assignments.
Well done. Then you're ready to learn Expelliarmus. Pay close attention. The disarming charm may often be all you need to defeat the most powerful dark witches and wizards you might encounter.
Oh my gosh. So you're saying...
Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand.
Expelliarmus?
Good work. The dummy is here if you wish to stay and practice.
Where the hell is it? Here it is.
You seem to have the right end of the stick, but keep practicing. Expelliarmus may save your life one day.
Incendio. Leviosa. Expelliarmus.
Still at it, I see.
Incendio. Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Incendio.
Alright.
Expelliarmus. Revelio.
It keeps jingling and jingling.
Spare a moment. I could use your help.
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
Aw, I've had some good luck.
I suppose it must seem that way. I'm not sure it's justified. It's often been a matter of circumstance.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need.
Oh.
You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
A puffskein? But they're so adorable. What's to be scared of?
They're adorable. Why would you be afraid of a puffskein?
They seem adorable until one sticks its tongue up your nose. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskein Dunkeen.
That doesn't kind.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Words can be cruel.
Thank you. Poppy keeps offering to help me in overcoming my fear, but I'm too afraid to take her up on it. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumour has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
Okay, well, what should I
What
expect?
sort of plant should I expect in the hidden herbology corridor?
I haven't a clue. But have you seen the kinds of plants Professor Garlic grows? If the previous professor was anything like her, I'd imagine they're not exactly harmless.
Let's see what I can do.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
You know, I can totally understand.
Hidden herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing. Revelio.
Anywho, I can totally understand having like a bad experience with an animal and it just like coloring like how you see them. Like, well, I'm particularly stubborn, so I do manage not to let things like that get to me. But like, I've had a cat bite my nose, I've been bitten by a dog before. If I didn't loathe animals so much.
Really mastered that one, haven't you?
My entire family's been sorted into Hufflepuff, except for me, that is. Makes sense. Not one for hard work.
Hufflepuffs are hard workers. Anyway, but yeah, no, I can totally understand why the dude would be like, like, no matter how cute and adorable an animal is.
Revelio.
If you've had a bad experience with one. Oh, goodness.
Reading can be as magical as any spell. Why can't students see that?
Oh, yeah, no, I love reading. So many worlds to get lost in. Hello, Miss Teacher Lady. The old library. One of the first librarians in Hogwarts is depicted here. Rumor has it that he had no tolerance whatsoever for no students and was known for his literal use of the silencing charm at the slightest sneeze.
Revelio.
Alright. Alright. Oh, goodness.
Revelio.
It's so confused. The fact that we can just now come here.
Revelio.
Now I came all the way back. I came all the way back here for this.
Revelio.
You know, I was gonna say, I think that's a loading zone. Hmm. Hmm. You know, I had no intention of going. Yes, I didn't actually mean to go in here. I just was like, "Ooh, button press," and then I pressed it, and then whoops.
Revelio.
I do want to get that one, and like, I can't just teleport to it. I do also need to go into the greenhouse just for class in general, so awesome. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Revelio.
Not a single frame drop.
No, next time. That's all.
Oh, this way.
Revelio.
Always wondered.
Incendio.
Still, I think.
Revelio. You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented blue powder.
Revelio. Revelio.
It's like... Glumbles. Magical flying insects substitute to trickle, which kills melancholy if consumed.
Revelio. These dry vines are one spark away from becoming kindling. Incendio.
I'm guessing I have to be here at nighttime. Oh! Interesting. I absolutely find it hilarious that the collection of quests is just live as a student until Professor Fig returns. Like, what did you think we were doing before?
This must be the entrance to the hidden herbology corridor. Incendio. Revelio. Devil's Snare seems to thrive in darkness. Perhaps it doesn't care for light. Lumos.
Rude.
Revelio. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos. Incendio. Levioso. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos.
Oh. Oh, goodness.
Levioso. Lumos. Seems the Devil's Snare was protecting a chest of some kind. Incendio. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos. Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Levioso. Lumos. Ha. Incendio. Levioso. Lumos.
Fuck it.
I imagine a piece of that enormous venomous tentacular would be enough for Duncan to prove his bravery. Incendio! Lumos. Incendio! Levioso! Lumos.
You know, I feel like a bit of Devil's Snare. Oh god.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
I'm waiting for it to stop going blue. Honestly, this place is so wicked cool. Can't get any more. No, but until next time. I wonder where we'll come out. It is a bit of a pity that of all the animals that he had a bad experience with, it was a puffskin. Those things are so adorable. Those were the, as far as, unless I'm terribly, terribly wrong. Oh. I got a festival garb.
Revelio.
Oh. Oh well, that doesn't count. Digital plums, this orange radish-like fruit floats upside down as it grows. Some believe can enhance one's abilities to accept the extraordinary.
Revelio.
I like ominous whispering as much as the next person. But goodness.
Revelio.
Just like wandering like all hell.
If I could be glad for
Revelio.
Greenhouse trees. This is a greenhouse. Hogwarts greenhouse. This giant tree has a system of roots as deep-reaching and convoluted as the school's dungeon.
said that travel broadens the mind.
Chinese chomping.
Revelio.
Oh, my mistake. I do low-key feel bad. But still, wait. Sorry, just trying to
Revelio.
comprehend what's with this.
Garlic asked me to explain to them.
What are you up to now?
Oh, that was that one.
Revelio.
Hi, dear Professor Garlic. How very thoughtful of you, and remember that strawberries are my favorite. They're sweet as can be. It's no wonder muggles love them so much. Everything you cultivate seems to be of such high quality, from bitter root to berries. I do hope my darling niece can learn the skill whilst under your tutelage. Lenora so adores you, as do all of your students, I'm sure. Warmest regards, always, Eleanor Elvin, ever high.
Revelio.
Anywho, since we're over here, let's wait for class.
Good morning, Professor Garlic. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
We just look so awkward.
We do look forward to
Sebastian.
growing together. How
He seems
thrilling it is to have
adorable.
everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root.
Oh dear.
Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we?
Fibrous friend.
First,
I
let's
love her.
protect our ears.
Oh, it's cotton.
Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and catch out the soil.
Goodness gracious.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease.
Our characters look traumatized.
Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
Nice to know that we had a particularly dangerous one.
Now, for our next task, we'll be planting Dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
I should think Professor Garlick would be more careful with her mandrakes.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
There are two types of people.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange.
Yes, Professor?
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
It was cool.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting Dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. It wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Miffler's fancy.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
10 minutes.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh, well, thank you.
Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a thumb once. Don't worry, Nurse Blaney put it back on. Trust me, you do not want to go through that.
I'm sorry?
Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
Tab.
Look at that! They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I was imagining it already.
Trust me, Leander. I was imagining it the entire time.
You were? I mean, of course, you're, not someone to be trifled with. I see that. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
No! I thought I knew where well, no, because I got that. Goodness, things change. I was about to say the door was locked just a bit
And with
ago.
that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits.
Oh my god!
And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
As am I. Plants offer so much.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Of course.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
To make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships. Kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse as in the Great Hall.
Okay, real quick, I just want to I've been getting some stuff. It's worse. This is better. It goes up by 12. Defense. Any glasses? No. Hats? No. Scarves. That's a very interesting outfit. Okay, so I can find a hat that goes well with it. Maybe. Quite interesting. I do want to meet up with Natty. Well, it is the final round, so I guess it makes sense this is acting difficult. 4 more of these fancy keys. Aw, it was pause. I'm not sure this hat goes. Wait, it matches the belt. Yes. Alright.
Revelio. Handy resource indeed, your field guide. Revelio.
Because that was the way we had gone before.
Every time I'm there,
Revelio.
Right. I wonder if there's a key up here somewhere. It's always a bit hard to tell. I do think my girl looks absolutely adorable.
Revelio. Revelio.
I suppose there's a
How
slight.
nice to see you, my young friend.
It's always nice to see. I'm sorry. Nope, nope, nope.
Revelio.
Stream anything already that has extended lifeline or is likely to die in a fortnight. Mr. Savvy Easily with your response most regards, Mr. Professor Matilda Weasley.
Revelio.
See you later.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
What's up this door? Is this the front door? Not even close.
Revelio.
Revelio. Lumos.
By a bunch of paintings, and they're usually not. Ah. I was gonna say, it's usually not through a door. I wonder how many more of these there are. Well, if that's any thought or hint, I have quite a few left. Have I been over here? Yes, yes I have. Anyway, first map. Might as well just go back. Believe me when I say, there's plenty that I can do to waffle around. Goodness. Alright. Or not. It's like, cool, we're loaded in. And then it's like, maybe. Or maybe not. This isn't where I was expecting to be dropped off, but okay. Actually, what's over this way?
I'm uncomfortable. Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
You can't imagine.
I was distracted by the key that ran face first in Adelaide Oaks the other day. Our books went flying.
Have you found anything to, prove my bravery yet?
Hello, Duncan. I have the proof you wanted.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentacula. It's even more than I expected. I knew you were the one to ask. I appreciate you getting it for me.
Happy to help.
Of course. I hope this helps you prove yourself.
This is sure to put an end to Puffskein Dunkin for good when I show everyone in the common room tonight. This'll show Everett how ridiculous that nickname was. Thank you again, and have a good day. I know I will. Thank you for all of your help. No more Puffskein Dunkin for me.
Gear appearance reward. Okay. They were gloves. This one. Okay, so they're like these ones, only 10. I actually like these for an outfit I have. Oddly enough, it's the field guide's what I've been going through. Like crazy. Oh right, I also had a robe. Oh, is this? Very interesting, but I'll still skip on the robe. I do want to eventually find something for that, but not right now. Or was it this? It was this! Ooh. You know what? I will wear it. This is nice. And even my even my regular outfit goes well with it. It's like having a cape again. Only different. Alright, now. Alright, we got Expelliarmus and we've got we've got plants. We've got plants. Oh my gosh, I think that's gonna kill me. Okay. I'm slightly running out of water. Might need to take a moment to get some more. Tab.
Expelliarmus! Accio! Levioso!
Unicorn. Owl face. Some type of goblet. And a weird squiggle. I need to somehow get it to stop on the unicorn, but I have no idea how to do that. In the slightest.
Future champion coming through.
Hello, Lucan. Is the final...
Look who's back. Ready to redeem yourself?
Absolutely.
I certainly am.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
Yep.
Yes, Sebastian.
Then let's get started.
We can make this a real victory.
That's the spirit.
Oh boy.
Potato!
Stupefy!
Is that all you've got? Sendo!
Stupefy! Stupefy! Levioso! Stupefy!
Care to try again?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Very well.
Oh my god.
Some big hits that round.
Oh my gosh.
What a victory! You've won the tournament!
It's an honor.
I'm just pleased to have done as well as I did.
And we're pleased to have such a gracious champion. Now, to the victor goes the prize! And so it is my great honor to present you with this simple yet elegant token of supreme dueling accomplishment.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
You earned it. You are a duelist to be reckoned with. Now that we've definitively crowned the tournament winner, I suppose I should get back to my schoolwork. Wonder how my herbology plants are doing. I haven't tended them in ages.
Oh dear. Sebastian, friend. I didn't throw a single plant at them.
You can't be beat, can you?
Oh, well,
Shame
most
it's
certainly
over.
can.
I was just getting started.
Lost to a new student? I didn't see that coming.
Could you remind me how the Daedalian...
I hope you follow some. The best duelist won, I suppose.
No. What did I get? It wasn't very clear. Okay. What did I get? Ooh, an outfit. Crossed One's Championship Guard. Okay, real quick. Hide and check this out. Alright. If it weren't, well, I do suppose I could have it under as yeah, it works still.
Revelio.
Yeah, the key and the door thing is up there.
Leviosa.
I'm just like baffled at how am I supposed to get it?
Leviosa.
Or maybe that's the point.
Revelio.
Anything that I can mess with? Unicorn.
Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Accio. Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Accio.
Alright. there's still going to be an issue. Potions class. Let's meet up with Nelly. Oh, we're right here. She's precious to us.
What are you up to now?
Goodness.
Revelio.
Groundskeeper's tools. One might summarize it as tools could be enchanted to create all sorts of furnishing for a cozy hut, as large as the occupant may need. A perfect home for a future groundskeeper.
I should investigate.
She's right over there.
Might I beseech you for some assistance?
Sure.
Hello, can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes, my name is Grace Pinch Smedley, of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
I know. An underwater adventure sounds fun.
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid. Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you need help retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
Should I know who your family are?
You seem to think I might have heard of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. Why would I know of your family?
That's like asking why the sky is blue or grass is green. The Pinch Smedley name is synonymous with intellectual curiosity. We are known for our contributions to science and art. I'm surprised you haven't heard of us, frankly. But with all I plan to discover about the world around us, those that don't yet know the name certainly one day will.
What's an astrolabe?
What exactly is an astrolabe?
It's an astonishing ancient navigational tool. Essentially a handheld model of the universe. It's mainly used for studying the stars, astronomical pursuits, but it has nearly 1,000 uses. Fascinating device. Sadly, I'd imagine it's rusted beyond repair now. Still, we'd love to have it returned to us. It would be like getting a bit of my grandparents back.
I'll have to think about it.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe. Anything else you found would be all yours. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock. It would be wonderful to have my grandfather's astrolabe back. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see.
Northeast. So, well, Fish, fish, fish. Oh, we're still in the shallows. Either we're or it's nope. We were just in the shallows. I was gonna say either that or it's so.
This must be where the Pinch Smedley family astrolabe is.
Ceramic mask. Curious laws are full. One of these days, I'm gonna get a bigger inventory. Until then, I will simply exist in sadness and sorrow. Anywho, definitely have to check out that mask, the one item that we found. I'd like to imagine us climbing back ashore and just being, sorry, I forgot to empty out my pockets. Give me a moment. And then just taking off into the distance.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Alright. Cat? When the opportunity arises. Yes, meow. Always pet a cat.
Ready for a little change in fashion, are we? Plenty to choose from here, so take your time. Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time. Outside, if you please. I have very delicate fabrics in here.
I'm just gonna indiscriminately sell everything. Important, emotional ties, do not care right now. If I'm not wearing it.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion.
That was not the button I meant to press, but oh god, I don't care if it raises it by 7. Get it off my goddamn face. Those are interesting glasses.
Stop by whenever you're about.
I do like that we can't sell items that we're wearing.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Beautification potion. I shan't doubt. Certainly suits you.
It occurs to me only after the fact that I never, that because I'd never talked with Nelly, um, that I didn't get the waypoint. Goodness. Nope. Mysterious trees in the forest. New potions and plants. Some enemies are vulnerable to certain spells and techniques in your arsenal. Visit the collections menu to discover hidden enemy weaknesses. Fascinating. Absolutely, truly, marvelously fascinating. Oh.
Levioso. Incendio. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Revelio. Incendio. Incendio. I should let Grace know that I found her family astrolabe.
I'm so glad that the first time that I stumbled across these bubbles was when I had no idea what the hell was going on with the bubbles, because I was just so goddamn freaked out last time. Like I was like, oh yes, bubbles, bubbly bubbles. How interesting. And I was just like, swim, swim, see what this is all about. Horrifying. She just went down and I was like, oh my god, my girl.
Incendio! Revelio.
Oh god, no. It's the leeches again. Over there.
I trust you didn't find the dive too terribly difficult.
Hello, Grace. I followed your bearings on a dive in the Black Lake.
Oh, how incredible! Did you find the astrolabe?
I did. Here you are.
I did. I hope it makes your father happy.
It will. I can't wait to see his face. Thank you so much for doing this for me, and for my family. You do well to keep an eye out for more spots to dive. A diver of your caliber is certain to find all sorts of things down there. Thank you again. And I do hope you keep diving. You certainly have a knack for finding treasure.
Not kidding. Now let's see what else we found. So glasses of equal value, and then a hat. This one goes up by 14, this one goes up by 19. Oh my gosh, that's the cutest hat. It doesn't quite go with this, but still. Goodness. And then a scarf. This is pretty. Doesn't quite match this outfit. So excuse me, but I will stick with this. Very interesting, but I'm gonna stick with nothing on my face. I don't like having things on my face. Fish!
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
Hello?
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my business and almost my life. You'd best look elsewhere for wares. I've nothing to sell now. I never thought it'd come to this. Be on your guard. Ramrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you.
Oh, Ramrock has no patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
This has happened before.
Has Ranrock's lot ever attacked you like this before?
They've been taunting and threatening me for a while now, but they've always believed that violence is the only way to get what they want. Things have taken a much darker turn of late. Ramrock is getting more powerful, and his loyalists know it. They feel untouchable. Ramrock assumed that all goblins would agree to follow him, but he was wrong. Many of us would like a diplomatic end to the discord with wizard kind.
You're a painter?
You mentioned that your paintings were taken. Are you a painter?
I am. It's my calling, though most would think it an unusual path for a goblin. Most of my family work in metal, or associated with Gringotts. I'd wager my finest brush that Ramrock's lot have no appreciation for any of my work, and it'll be tossed aside for kindling. Without my carts and my livelihood, who knows when I'll be able to paint again?
Well, I'll keep an eye out.
I'm sorry this happened to you. I shall certainly keep an eye out for your carts.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me. It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
Hello, you big bugalug. Shum 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 shum. Shum 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 shum. Did you just want some attention? Or did you want outside? Huh? Did you want outside? Huh? Alright, Alright, pardon me. I'll be right back. Okay, let's go. Shum outside. Alright, Eva. I'm back. Wait,
Reparo. Levioso. Reparo. Levioso.
not quite sure what
It's like a place right out of a storybook. After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Orn.
Goodness.
Revelio.
Oh my goodness, woman. Hello, yes, I know I'm in your house and going through your stuff. That's no need to surprise me. What is that?
Reparo. Expelliarmus! Levioso! Accio!
I'll eventually figure out what that's all about.
Revelio.
Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is my potion shop. I can answer any questions you have about the town.
Cool. Any rumors going about?
Any whispers going about the town?
You may have noticed we have a bit of a rivalry with Upper Hogsfield. Not much to it, but we're still the better of the two Hogsfields. Better than most other places, too.
I'm sure. Who are you?
Can you tell me a bit about yourself?
Oh, let's see. Well, I am Lower Hogsfield's preeminent potioneer. But I was once a lowly Hogwarts student like you.
A lowly.
In fact, I'll give you the Hogwarts discount. It's the standard price. My prices are low enough already, you see.
Fair enough. What do you sell?
What do you have for sale?
I sell only potions and their ingredients. If you can't fix it with a potion, then it's best left broken, I say. My ingredients are all local to this area, and my potions are brewed to keep you healthy and safe.
And what do you have for sale?
What can I help you with today?
So, aside from the gloves, I sell everything.
I'll have no trouble selling this. Thank you.
Spell damage. Jenkins defense. Interesting.
Ah, yes. A wonderful choice. I hope to see you again sometime.
What am I? I'm 17. I'm level 17. I saw that. A second. Ooh, I like this. It's Vine. There you go.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Off on another adventure, are we?
She waited for us. Now let's wait for her.
It is good to see you, my friend.
It's good to see you too. These dragonflies are also very pretty.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
We have to have our friends.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us, which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabililand. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
This could be dangerous. Oh.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right. But how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Of course.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be serious.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupid back!
Nobody will miss. What are you doing? You want to play the left, do you? Try dodging this lot. You insolent! Pay for that.
Oh my goodness.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Actions. The new guy has been updated with new enemy type. You may learn insights on enemies, such as their weaknesses to certain spells.
Do you really think you can stop me?
You take this student off of my deck, buddy!
Don't go for it, brother.
Goodness.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Well...
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Who's Pyra?
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff. Brilliant potioneer. Has her own shop in Knockturn Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
Research? How interesting.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought Merlin was a myth. That's true.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were mere myth.
Mere myth? You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
How fascinating.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
Oh.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
How beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success.
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now I've got what I needed, I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
To increase your gear capacity. Awesome sauce. Let's see. Attend the potions class.
Levioso! Accio!
Yeah, not sure what or if I'm even supposed to do about that.
After what Van Rock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Orn. fault you're a deadly great spider.
Oh my gosh, the toadstools were making noise and it freaked me out for a hot second. Hello? Miss, sir?
Revelio.
Goodness, where did you come from?
Incendio. Levioso. Levioso.
They're so fuzzy. Also, something about the challenge menu. One of two. Joy. I just sort of accidentally just wrecked the chick upon sight. I can be a knight. I have no desire of being a knight.
I'm on the right track.
Sheep!
Incendio.
I'm like, I saw a sheep and I was like, ah yes, first things first, set them on fire.
You're the little sorry sleep.
Dry. Reduction. Tiger.
What's that?
Incendio.
You dare slay one of my own?
One less poacher in the wizarding world.
I'm sorry?
The castle must have been quite stately.
Oh my god! Hey. Okay. have some gloves that I can equip once I level up. I'm still level 17. How am I still level 17? I'm almost level 18.
Incendio!
That warrants a look.
Incendio!
What was... Stop right there!
Incendio! Levioso!
I have to wait for Levioso. Can I?
Levioso!
I mean, that absolutely looks like it's climbable.
Revelio! Levioso! Incendio! Tego!
There's a victory that came none too soon.
Revelio! Levioso!
Yeah.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Oh, goodness. Oh. Really?
Revelio!
It's like there's more to this, but I nearly got stuck, so I'm gonna peace out.
looks intriguing.
Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Levioso. Revelio.
Okay, so that was just a get close to the right wall sort of thing. Ooh, dear.
An encampment. This must be it.
Most goblins in my family worked in the mines at one time or other.
Looks as if there's more than one way to enter.
Arn will regret not joining us. If he doesn't come round now, he'll be made even more of an example.
Should have killed that traitor Arn when we took his car.
I mean...
I won't bet it.
You are terribly outmatched. Surely you can... I shall avenge your death.
How many of you are there?
One less. No! I will make you pay. Seems your heart isn't in this at all. You can't stop us.
Okay. Last checkpoint, please. I was like, oh, this should be easy. And then suddenly they just all appear out of the woodworks, and I'm like, wait a moment. Ah, yes, live as a student. Your usual studenty things. Going out, fighting goblins, as you do. Goodness, I do wish it would load a bit faster.
Looks as if there's more than one way to enter. How many of you are there?
It's always my turn for patrol. Much different. Not quite. Pity. Not quite. You won't losing your stride. Easily diverted. Kill spells glance off me. Was that your best? before you were born.
What are you doing? What is this? You want to know? Is that the idea too?
What do you have in store for...
I shall avenge your death. This will not go well for you.
That was quite something. Now, to Freon's carts.
What do you mean by there's multiple ways in? There is exactly one way in. Goblins are dangerous.
Repair.
What counts as a card? Oh.
Quite an enchantment. The carts are returning to on.
Revelio.
Fascinating.
Revelio. Ha. Ha. Reparo. Incendio. Accio. That's that. Settled. Revelio.
It's so hard to tell what you can and can't climb on. Uh-huh. You know, I'm having a just because I can doesn't mean I should moment. Interesting. Starting to get some combat challenges done. Whatever that is, spiders, mongrels. Challenges. An officer's uniform. Spiders. Why do you have to be spiders? before. Puff skill for decreased damage from dark balls. Goodness. I like the ominous sounds in the forest. Makes it so that you know we're
Incendio. Tego. Stupefy. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio.
Cursed fiends. Revelio.
It's a large dragon that can grow to over 9 meters and like the larger scale or something. Oh god! I didn't even notice that. I was like looking this way, la-di-da. Goodness. I took down a dragon. Who took down a dragon? Chickens make such weird sounds. I have been on a farm before, and these particular chickens make such weird sounds. Hello, do you sell any more potions?
Hello, Mr. Semi.
What can I do for you?
And what do you have?
Are you selling anything?
What can I help you with today?
No, you're not.
I hope to see you again sometime.
Arn, I have good news. Your carts are on their way back.
I don't know what to say. Any hope I have of getting my belongings back was quickly fading. Ramrock's lot called me a fool for believing in the good in wizard kind. Thank you for proving them wrong.
No trouble.
I managed to free your carts fairly easily.
Oh, I'm glad you're all right. Oh, I can't wait to have my things back, especially my paints. You know, you've inspired me. I've been dealing with witches and wizards for years, and we've always got along just fine. Perhaps my next piece will be a tribute to all that is good between us.
It sounds wonderful.
What a nice idea, Arn. I wish you luck with it.
Oh, I can't wait to get started. Thank you again for all you've done.
Oh, goodness. I hope things go well.
All the best to you. Once my carts arrive, I'd be happy to show you my wares. Why don't you have a little peruse? There we are, then. That'll do nicely, I'm sure. There we are, then. That'll do nicely, I'm sure. Appreciate you stopping by. Be sure to visit me again, won't you?
Of course.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
I wonder if there's any creatures in the lake. Nope. Whatever was in the lake is moseyed on. Wait, god damn it. Well, to be fair, there's a bunch of areas that I haven't explored somehow. Just the idea. I'm still not over the fact that one of the students was just like, ah, yes, I had my thumb bit off by a chomping cabbage. And it was fixed right up. I'm just like, oh, excuse you. Oh, goodness. Let's go to this one. It's just like, ah, yes, let me give myself a waypoint. So, squiggles for days. Oh. Oh, I heard that. Where's the little bastard? I will come back that way. Oh, after you.
Revelio.
As much as I would love to continue. Oh, goodness. I think it went down this way. Like, I don't quite... Yeah, no, they don't go through doors. Oh, okay, I have an idea of where I am now.
Revelio. You can't imagine how inconvenient.
Cat. Hello. Always pet the cats. Doesn't matter what you're rushing off to do. If there's a cat, it requires all of your attention.
Revelio.
Fat lady, the person who commented on this, she let her known to wander among the other coaches.
Revelio. Revelio.
Oh, goodness.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included. Revelio. Revelio.
It's been a while since we've done that.
That's it. I'm making good progress with these tokens. Another house token for the house chest. This Daedalian Keys challenge is coming along nicely.
Goodness. I'm missing 3. It's not too terribly far away.
Revelio.
The Hogwarts coat of arms. I already got this one.
Revelio. Revelio.
want to check on the plant that we have. We've done quite a bit. Lots of fun, lots of fun.
Off on another adventure, are we?
It just continues. I can never decide which is faster, quick teleport or running. Because on one hand, loading screen, but on the other hand, if it's far enough away, you know, if it's far away. That was a quick load.
Oh, my exams. Not a one of them deserves more than a tea.
Revelio.
Not sure he's in at the present moment, the headmaster. Would be sure to tell him how very much you despise.
Expelliarmus!
Oh,
Lumos. Revelio.
Pungent passive is relatively nondescript as far as past go, however, mishandling of a crop in the 17th century and left with a rancid odor that even the strongest scouring charm cannot seem to eradicate. Goodness, somehow I had.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Was it not this one?
May we talk about this? Let's keep our heads about this. I'm truly sorry. I didn't mean.
Potato.
8 more.
Revelio. Potato.
I feel like I've been over here before. Who knows?
Revelio. You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented. Revelio.
I mean, I might as well go see what this tower is all about. says owls. School owls and owls owned by students can be found in the Hogwarts Howler Room. One is advised to explore carefully, keeping out for owl droppings and regurgitated mouse skeletons.
Revelio. Levioso. Revelio. Levioso.
45 out of 50.
Revelio.
I didn't come here for a lot. Merlin trial. Oh, I didn't mean to. Back to Hogwarts, if you will. 1535, 84 of 150. Disney statues. Demiguise. Oh, those little things. I have no idea how to get those. No, astronomy table. Right at the very So there's still some places I can't get to, mostly because I don't have a Lohomora. It's been 3 hours. 3+ hours. Not too bad, but still.
Revelio.
Oh.
What are you up to now?
Is this a door? It is.
Revelio.
Demon, remember say if you join the flying instructor, these day work at Hogwarts will be less than 12 so I would never notice. I should look forward to seeing you soon. If you have any questions in the meantime, please Please do not hesitate to see me out. Warm regards, Miss Weasley. I'm riding with the boxes and cancel Quidditch. As you know, joining professional custody is my endless dream, and I believe my chances will now be ruined, or at least something thwarted. Professor Weasley insists that we must defer to the headmaster, and she encouraged me to practice on my own. I've decided some challenging terrain myself, but it's not at all the same as practicing on the pitch. Nothing is. Please, could I ask you, sweet headmaster, Professor Weasley? I should be miserably in love. I can't play Quidditch properly for this entire year. Thank you, Professor. And now there's
Revelio.
I saw something. I saw something. Goodness. After I check out this one last thing, then I'll head off over to potions. Ba-da-da-da-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I hated Rowan banishment. Never had such a
I spent hours.
Revelio.
Balls get big, they can be quite strong. Keep an eye you don't get one that's too mature.
Revelio.
And I'm sure that won't go over well. Honest, my best friend.
It's like when you see an area, but you're like not quite sure how to get to it. It's horrible.
Revelio.
Smelly, right? Yeah, the smelly one.
Might as well be surrounded by Jarvies.
I'd swear we'd be more uplifted in potions if it were taught by
Revelio.
But then why are shops always referring to standard ingredients? Walking around with mistletoe berries.
Precious kitty.
Incendio!
Oh, Levioso as opposed to Wingardium Leviosa. The more you realize.
Expelliarmus. Revelio. Revelio.
It's a bit hard to tell where you're clicking on the map. But otherwise, it's fine. Oh my goodness. And not a single frame has run away this entire time. I'm beyond ecstatic. Truly, truly happy. Goodness. Sometimes the badger looks like a squirrel.
On Professor Sharp's desk. I bet he knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
I hate to see a creature get put down like that. But trolls have no business in Hogsmeade.
Duncan owes his reputation to you.
Alright. Give her potions class.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wiggenweld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it.
Oh, yes.
Please begin.
I've needed several of them. And if I can just make them myself, that would be so much more convenient.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Steve looks cool. Oh, this is concerningly blue.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Okay, these are looking a lot less green.
Don't fret if you run out of ingredients. I simply grow most of what I need.
My Wiggenweld potion's utter rubbish. Wish I could just replace it with one from J. Pippins.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Fine job brewing your first Wiccanweld potion. But there are many potions yet to learn. This is going to be a busy year.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Heard correctly.
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Alright.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
A Fwooper feather.
Your potion should not be that.
Oh, mongrel. Ashwinder eggs. Now, where would I get those?
Your potion station's organized and free of clutter.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
I want to tilt my camera. You one bottle. I really feel like these should yield, like, a lot more than one. It's an entire cauldron. Oh, the thorny mushrooms and dainty leaves.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah! Dragon Dung! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Yeah.
I brewed an Edgerus potion, as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry about that.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate your help. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it out. No harm.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle after we left. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise. Fewer explosions.
Fewer?
A portrait in our common room wants to talk to you. It's Eldritch Diggory. He used to be the Minister for Magic, I think.
Interesting. I have 7. How many more can I make? This will make 8. I was like, why is that one so gosh darn weird? Interesting, it's locked.
Ugh, my robes are going to reek from Gareth's inspiration for the rest of term.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, you're the new student. I've heard much about you. Thank you. I'm Amit, by the way. Pleasure, truly.
Nice
and I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
I'm relieved.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
Tell Professor Fig about the map chamber. So many more things to discover. Very interesting, but I think I'll stick with this pleasant green one. Nice, but not quite what I'm looking for. Our hair is entirely gone. Goodness. Out of 9 out of 24. Not bad, but... And we're finally come along. 20%. Anywho, we've got my darlings. Okay. Goodness, my cough will not go away. On the right side, it's at least tapering down. Anywho, what I was saying, my darlings, is that seemed to have been one arc down. And who knows how long or short the next one may be. Tools exist. New potion plants can be unlocked.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Just wanted to get the plant once more. Yields 5.
Revelio.
One of these days, we're going to get a Lohamora. You know, I'm not even that mad that we're ending it by... that we're ending it in such a lovely place. Alright, my darlings. I'll catch you next time. Hello. We've done quite a bit today. And I'm sure there's even more to do tomorrow. Tell Professor Fig about the map chamber. Yes. There's quite a bit more to do. But that'll have to wait until next time. Until then. Bye.
I wouldn't say Professor Howland has a particular affinity for beasts, but she's certainly knowledgeable. I imagine that's why she teaches the class.
Professor Weasley said she'd help me with my switching spells after class. She's tired of finding partially transfigured items